Chaotic scenes in America this morning. Donald Trump surrendering himself to authorities in New York after the indictment by the grand jury and even by the usual Trump antics. This is surreal. I've got Tim Lester on the phone, Channel 7 News US correspondent. In fact, morning, Tim, I believe that Donald Trump himself said on his own social networks that the whole thing is surreal. And it is, isn't it?
It completely, at a couple of levels. One, we've never seen a former US president in pickle, under legal threat like this, and now criminally charged. So it's fascinating at that level. It's perhaps even more important because he's not just a former president, he's a candidate for the next presidency, and an important one, the leading Republican candidate at the moment for the election November next year. This plays directly into that, so raises questions in many people's mind as to whether it's politically motivated or driven by politics. And that's going to go on being an absolutely critical debate in this country.
Of course, and that political motivation, of course, raises its head when you look at the timing of the potential trial, which is right before the Republican primaries as well.
Yes, so, it's certainly another way it's going to play in. There's another whole, of course, way of interpreting what's going on here, and that is the way many New Yorkers do. New York being far more a Democrat city, and it's seen more widely here as, the great thing about America is everyone is subject to the law. This is the case that proves it. For 50 years, people have questioned Donald Trump's, they see it, cavalier approach to the law. They now say it's caught up with him and that this will prove America can bring to justice even wealthy white men.
Of course, although there's a very intricate web of payments, 34 counts of business fraud. The details about this, though, are very specific, aren't they?
They are, and I think there's a collective sense of surprise here as to the detail in the case that the district attorney here, the leading prosecution official in the American system, is bringing in the New York case. The New York DA rattling off 34 cases, not for payment of hush money per se. If you want to pay a person money to keep them quiet in America, that's perfectly legal. But then how do you represent the money in terms of your documentation and your tax? That becomes a lot more problematic. And essentially the district attorney is accusing Trump while he was president, mind you, or during his presidential campaign and while he was president, of setting up a scheme to hide hush money payments so that they couldn't be seen by the public. So it was the fraudulent uses, they see it, of documents, or the using documents to deceive authorities as to what was happening with the money.
Of course,
that is now bringing in the grief.
And therein lies the rub. These are very serious charges and could carry some jail time as well. Trump decidedly understated at this particular, appearance. Although I'm led to believe there's going to be a press conference. He's subject, though, to a gag order. Is he going to be subject to what he says here?
Well, he's been warned by the presiding judge about his comments and effectively reining them in. I don't think there's a total gag order on him. Right. Good luck with Donald Trump if you want to try that. But he's certainly been given a warning. So it'll be very interesting to see how circumspect he is, if he is at all. He's already posted in the wake of the court case on his Truth Social website, attacking the case. So he hasn't been silenced totally at all. And we do believe he'll at least give remarks, if not take questions, in Mar-a-Lago in roughly an hour and a half or so. So that will be very interesting to get a gauge on how he intends to play it.
And a lot of stories and a lot of questions with the stories that come as well, including where's Melania? A lot of people thought that she may turn up in the case of Tammy Wynette, stand by her man, but no sign of Melania. Maybe she and the rest of the family will appear in Mar-a-Lago later.
This is a terribly difficult thing for Melania publicly, given the claims behind the hush money. That is that Donald Trump slept with Stormy Daniels in 2006, also with a penthouse pet of the year back in 1998. I think, I'm not sure if that predated his relationship with Melania, but the claims from Stormy Daniels certainly don't. Donald Trump denies them, by the way, but it's obviously a difficult family time, and only his son Eric has made the journey with him up to New York for this trip.
Tim, good to talk to you. We'll be watching Channel 7 News for the developments, of which I'm sure there's going to be a few over the next few hours as well. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
No problem.
There you go, Tim Lester there. Tim is the Channel 7 News US correspondent. More details on Channel 7, and we'll keep you updated today from the WSFM newsroom as well.